All right, welcome everybody. We're doing something a little different. Kind of a quick video, a simple video, but a very interesting one. We're going over some things in my game collection that I just want to show. Some very intriguing things we have here. So this video is not necessarily to show off so much as it is to just share. I don't think any of these things are particularly really expensive or anything, but you know, if you're big into gaming, I think you'll enjoy this video because we got some interesting stuff here. All right, let's get started right away. So firstly, we have right here Xenoblade Chronicles X, the special edition for the Wii U, the original one. Now this in and of itself is already pretty darn cool, but what I have here makes it much better. That is the special edition box signed by Caitlin Glass, who voices Elma, which is basically the main character. I know there's like an avatar creator and you can play as your own character, but Elma is also kind of the main character as well. Now, some people argue it's Lynn, and they're not entirely wrong, but I want to say it's Elma. Listen, I think that's really cool that I got it signed by Caitlin Glass herself. I also had a very nice and awkward interaction with her, because of course I did. It always happens. Next up, we have River City Girls, which in and of itself wouldn't be anything too crazy, but if we remove the disc, we can see the insert art has been signed by, I believe it was the director and art director, so that is pretty cool, I must say. These are some of the only things I ever got signed. I'm not a big wait in line for 5 hours to talk to someone for 2 minutes kind of guy. But yeah, the line for River City Girls, I think it was just way forward in general, actually. I was like first in line, so I was like, yeah, this is only going to take 10 minutes. So yeah, let's move on to our next interesting thing. This is a game you probably have not heard of, ever. Ever. It is called Rodea the Sky Soldier for Wii U. Now, here's what makes it really interesting, other than it just being really obscure. Go ahead and open that up. It's a Wii game, and it's also a Wii U game. Yes, that's right. It took so long for the Wii game to come out that they ported it to the 3DS and then ported it to the Wii U. And they were like, you know what? Let's give them both. And I think this is the only time in history, like the history of gaming, where a game has come with another game for like an entirely different generation of consoles. Like, I don't think there's ever been a time where it's like, oh yeah, if I buy this N64 game, I'll get like the prequel, which was on Super Nintendo. Like, that's never happened. The closest thing I can think of is like some PS4 games will let you download a PS5 version of the game. But that's pretty different because you're still just getting one game on the disc. This one, you're getting both games on disc, and they're both for different consoles. So, yeah, that's pretty different. Also, the Wii U version of the game is a port of the 3DS version, which is a port of the Wii game. So the Wii U version is a little janky because it's a port of a port. So if you ever do decide to play the game, which I played it for a few hours, it's not bad. I would say the Wii version definitely handles the best. Alright, moving on, we have a couple hidden gems here. This one is called Odama, not related to the former US President Obama, but rather this is a strategy pinball game that uses a microphone. So you use a microphone to command your soldiers, but also you are playing pinball, giant pinball at the same time. It is very interesting, and I feel like since the Switch 2 has a microphone, you could probably put this on the online service, and then people might play it. I don't know. It's a bit of a novelty. It's also very, very difficult of a game. So, yeah, that's just kind of an interesting thing. I managed to get it at a very good price because most of my game collection I got before the retro game market kind of went insane, and they were just like, oh yeah, Super Mario 64, oh yeah, that's $80. You know? You know what I mean? Back when Mario 64 was like 20 bucks. 20 bucks ain't bad. Mario 64 is a great game. Alright, so next up, we have Custom Robo. Everyone's always asking about Chibi Robo. But did you know about Custom Robo? It was another series that was out around the same time. Also published by Nintendo, as you can see. And this series is very cool. I also have the DS game as well. It does have a 4-player mode, but it's primarily a single-player game. And I hope they put this on the Switch 2 service. I also wish the Switch 2 was good, but that's an entirely different subject. But yeah, I wish the best for the Chibi Robo and Custom Robo series. They are not related, by the way. They both just happen to have Robo in the title. Alright, next on... Okay, we have Xenosaga Freaks. Yeah, I didn't know Xenosaga be freaky like that. So yeah, I don't know what's up with the title. Maybe they thought it sounded cool in Japanese, but yeah, this is a visual novel kind of game, starring all the Xenosaga characters. And it is still in the cellophane wrap. This is one of the only games I've never ever opened. I have like maybe one other game that is sealed. And yeah, my Japanese language proficiency is just not good enough to fully enjoy this game. So I'm just like, do I open it? Do I not open it? There's also no fan translation. If I had all the time in the world, I would do it myself. And also probably really, really level up my Japanese in the process of doing that. But yeah, it never came out over here in English-speaking countries. But it's pretty cool to have. So now I truly have a complete Xeno collection of all the games, even the ones that never really came out over here. Alright, next up we have something that you never heard of, and is also super rare, but I have no idea what it is worth because I have never ever been able to find a listing of it anywhere. I can't even find a picture of this game. I'm not even joking. It's The Legend of Zelda Parallel Worlds. So this is a fan-made game using Link to the Past as a base. So it's essentially a ROM hack, but it's on a real Super Nintendo cartridge. And the thing about this is that when you go and buy a copy of this off eBay or some other site, the box art looks completely different. So I have looked high and low. I could not find a trace of this version of the game. I have found Parallel Worlds. There's a few listings on eBay, but they never come in this box. So I don't know if I have like the rarest version of this like really obscure fan game. I am not sure. But I went ahead and put it in a protective case here because wow, I don't know. If I have the only copy, apparently, I mean, I'm sure there's like maybe a couple other people who do. But yeah, well, I definitely want to protect that right there. Also, it is a very interesting ROM hack. If you're okay with emulation, I mean, you can go for that if you want, because of course it started off as like a downloadable patch for Link to the Past, and then they put on the cartridge later. Anyways, we have one final game that I think is very interesting. It is the very obscure Shatterhand. Oh man, I love Shatterhand. You don't even understand. Alright, this game is so incredibly obscure. When people talk about like the best NES games, nobody ever brings up Shatterhand, even though it is definitely like top 5. I'd maybe even say top 3. If you're a fan of Mega Man, you gotta play Shatterhand. I mean, it's in the same genre of like the 2D action platformer type of game. It is something you could probably put on Steam, and people would be like, oh man, this is a great indie game. Because it just holds up that well that you'd think maybe this is an indie game made nowadays. But In fact, it is just a very obscure NES game, and I hope one day the series will make a comeback, because there's some very interesting ideas in this game. Alright, so thank you all for watching this video. If you want to see more, because I have lots of other interesting things in my game collection, hidden gems, things you never heard of, I bumped the tripod, I got lots of special and collector's editions, lots of interesting merch that you probably didn't even know that merch existed, you know? So yeah, if you want to see more, just let me know. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, whatever that video might be. I like doing a variety on this channel. So yeah, see you then.